my God, check this out. So I could go ahead and press on the add button and I could do open camera. And look at this. This is where the magic starts. Hey, welcome back to Bear Squared. On this channel, we simplify educational tech. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can use an iPad to record digital content. Now, this is like tutorials, education tutorials for your students, lessons, where you've also got a face cam as well. So this is a one-stop shop, one app that can do all of it without any editing. So if you're interested in that, then make sure you stick around to the end of the video. I want to show you how you can do this, and click in the description below for a link to the app. Okay, so the app that I'm talking about is EasyTeach. Go ahead to the App Store and go ahead and download this. Here it is, I'll show you what it looks like. EasyTeach. It's a wonderful app. It really, I mean, the reason why I'm showing this is because it's a one-stop shop. You can do in camera, so you can do like a floating camera as well as your annotations, and there's more to it than that as well. So let me just go ahead and show you. I'm going to go ahead and open this, EasyTeach. This is what it opens up to. This is the canvas. And so what I want to show you is, if you're uploading to YouTube, one top tip is convert the canvas to a 16:9. And so you can do that by clicking on these three lines on the top here. Go to settings, and then we can change this to 16:9. What's good about that, like I said, if you upload it to YouTube, by default it's 16:9. You don't need to crop anything, okay? Or YouTube's not gonna make it a letterbox, you know, like a little square. So that's brilliant. Let's change it to 16:9. You can also change the background colors as well. There's a predefined set of 5 colors here. You can either have, you know, off-white, ivory, green, or black. Black's good as well. I think I'm just gonna leave it with ivory for now, so you can see the difference here. So that's what it looks like. Okay, so what's brilliant about this is, let's say you've got worksheets, or you've got PDFs that or even presentations like PowerPoint presentations, whatnot. You can go ahead and download them onto this, import them. So there's 3 different drives that you can download from. You've got your iCloud drive, you've got your Dropbox, and your Google Drive. I'm going to go ahead and go to my Google Drive. I'll find something here to import. Grade 6 on geometry. So here we go, geometry. The good thing about it is, if it's a multi-page document, it will load in all of the pages. So here you can see I've got pages 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I've got all my 8 pages here. So that's brilliant. Look, I've got all of that stuff. I've also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using my Apple Pencil to annotate. So as I zoom into this worksheet here, I can start annotating here. Now here's the thing, before I get started with anything, I'm just going to show you the sort of annotation tools are really basic, but they're good enough anyway. And the pen, the inking is really smooth, so that's a bonus point. So let me just show you a red ink here. So I'm going to annotate with my Apple Pencil. You see, the inking is good. It's not a rough inking. It's really good inking. It's smooth inking. And then I could go ahead and just delete this, you know, if I wanted to. So as you can see, the sort of erase is like erasing little by little. It's like erasing just where I touch it. And so I might want to do erase each keystroke, or each stroke here. So I'll go back to those settings, and then down to eraser, you can do erase entire stroke. I prefer that because look, I can just quickly now go ahead and erase what I don't need here, and so I can get rid of it. It does have a shapes tool, which is nice. So if I draw a circle or if I draw a square, it will make it into that appropriate shape, which is brilliant. Let me go ahead and delete that. And then, let's say I did have a shape, I can press on, you know, it's not exactly a lasso tool, but I can move it. Okay, so I could go ahead and change the shape, and I can move this around. What's brilliant, okay, is, and I haven't even got to the cream of the crop, okay, the sort of USP for this application. My God, check this out. So I could go ahead and press on the add button, and I could do open camera. And look at this. This is where the magic starts. Okay, so I've got my camera here, and I can actually, you know, pinch the zoom. I could change the size of the camera. What's important about that is I can now record my annotations at the same time that I've got my camera on as well. Yeah. So let's go ahead and try this out. I'm going to press on the record button. Okay, here we go. So I'm recording now. So do we want it to record? Yes, we do. Start the screen record. So this is screen recording. And at the same time as it's screen recording, I can go ahead and annotate. So let me go on my pen tool here. And let me go and just annotate on this. I've also got a cursor, you know, a pointer which is nice because when you're explaining something to students, you want to sometimes use a cursor to explain, point at things, and this is brilliant for that. So let's go ahead and draw this. We'll just do, okay, 2 steps away. So guys, you wouldn't do 2 steps away. And then here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's that point there. And then I can just go ahead and join whatever. Okay, just be careful though, but when you are recording this, that you're not sticking, you saw a few times that I'm sticking my hand in the way of the camera. Just be aware of where the camera is. Look at this, I'm just sticking my thumb in the camera. And so don't do that. Make sure you've propped it up nicely on a stand, or, whether you're using your Magic Keyboard or whatever. And so, you're not keep sticking your hand in the camera. And so anyway, so you can carry on going and annotating and doing your stuff here while you've got your camera as well. What's brilliant about that is it creates that personal interaction between your students and you. So the sort of sense of, a one-to-one feeling, sort of a sense of accountability. Yeah, this person's here to help me. So tutorials like this are really well done. Anyway, what I can do now, I can either pause or I can end this tutorial. So I'm going to go ahead and press the stop button. So if I show you this now, if I go to my recordings, okay, all my recordings are here, and I can go to that lesson, and this is my lesson now. I can play this. Now, what I can do is, if I'm happy with that lesson, okay, I've done everything, I'm happy with that lesson, then I can press on select, and then go ahead and share this wherever I want to share it. I might want to just share it to my, saved videos, my photo reel, or I might actually want to send it somewhere. So I can upload it to my drive, I can email it to someone, I can send it straight to Classroom. If I did, I could save the video. And then what I could do from there is maybe go ahead and upload it onto YouTube. So here's my, here it is this one here. I can upload that video straight onto YouTube if I wanted to, or maybe upload it to my drive or wherever the students are going to access it from. And there's not a lot of applications that allow you to have a floating camera, and this is one of the best ones here. If you're planning on using this and you've got some really keen ideas, then definitely share those in the comment section below. As always, thank you for watching. If you found that helpful, then let me know by hitting the like button, and consider subscribing for more EdTech tutorials. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one.